Welcome to our deep dives today. We're going to be looking at some really cool AI developments and how they could affect your business.
Yeah, some really fascinating stuff coming out right now.
Yeah, we've got a whole bunch of news articles this week, and let me tell you, AI is moving incredibly fast.
Right.
We've got AI tutors that could totally change education, AI research tools that can write reports in minutes. We've even got a Grammy-winning Beatles track that was enhanced by AI.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah. And for those of you who want to kind of stay on top of all this and figure out how to use AI for your business, you should definitely check out the RAIZOR Report newsletter. It's at razor.co. You'll get links to all the articles we're talking about, plus a weekly roundup of all the biggest AI news and insights.
Exactly.
So let's jump in. I think one of the biggest things we're seeing is how accessible AI is becoming. Like, tools that used to only be available to these giant companies are now available to smaller businesses and even just people.
Yeah, you got it. OpenAI made their ChatGPT web research tool totally free.
Yeah.
And they also came out with a new model that's way faster and cheaper,
Yeah.
especially for technical fields, like engineering.
So what does that actually mean for someone listening? Like, what could they do?
Well, imagine you could do all this complex research and write reports in like a fraction of the time it used to take.
Right.
Or picture your engineering team. They could solve problems so much faster, and you could use those resources for something else.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about when we say democratized AI.
It's super powerful.
And it's not even just about, saving money and time.
Right.
Mistral AI just released this new language model that you can actually run on your own servers.
Oh, wow.
So companies can keep all their data safe,
Huh.
It also works in a bunch of different languages, and it's open source, which means companies can customize it and make it work with their existing stuff.
So this is huge for businesses that need to be able to control their AI solutions.
Exactly.
But AI isn't just about doing things faster.
Right.
No.
Not at all.
We're seeing AI making these huge breakthroughs in science and opening up all these new possibilities.
Absolutely.
Like, for instance, researchers were able to create a glowing protein in a couple of hours using AI, something that would have taken nature millions of years.
Oh, yeah. Think about what that could mean for something like the pharmaceutical industry.
Yeah.
AI could make drug discovery so much faster, leading to faster development of new treatments and cures.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's just one tiny example of how AI is really pushing the limits of what's possible.
Yeah, and creating all sorts of new business opportunities.
Absolutely.
Mm.
All right, so let's kind of shift gears a little bit here and talk about how AI is actually being used in different industries.
Okay, thanks, Vic.
Let's start with transportation. Waymo, the self-driving car company.
Mm-hmm.
They're expanding their robotaxi testing in a bunch of different cities.
This could be a huge disruption to transportation and logistics. I mean, imagine a future with driverless taxis, delivery vehicles that don't need a driver, even self-driving trucks.
Mm-hmm.
This could make things so much more efficient and cheaper.
Yeah.
And maybe even make the roads safer.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not just transportation that's being changed.
Yeah.
An AI-restored Beatles track won a Grammy this year.
That's right.
That's pretty wild.
It is. It's a great example of how AI can be used to, kind of revitalize old content and make money from it. Think about restoring old films, remastering classic music. You could even create totally new kinds of art and entertainment with AI.
Yeah. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
And speaking of creating new things, ByteDance created an AI system that can make deepfake videos from just one picture and some audio.
Now, I know there are some ethical concerns about deepfakes,
For sure.
but this technology could totally change marketing.
How so?
Well, imagine being able to make these personalized videos tailored to specific people and their interests. That could be huge for advertising and keeping people engaged with your brand.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like AI is impacting just about everything from transportation and entertainment to marketing and agriculture. It really is everywhere.
It really is. And as this technology gets more advanced, I think we're going to see even more amazing things come out of it.
Yeah. Okay, let's change gears again and talk about something that's really important with AI.
What's that?
Regulations.
Yeah.
As AI gets more powerful, and we see it everywhere, governments around the world are trying to figure out how to regulate it. Like the European Union, they just put in place their AI Act, which puts AI systems into different risk levels and has some big fines if companies don't follow the rules.
This is a big deal for businesses in Europe.
Yeah.
It really shows how important it is to understand the ethical side of AI. Compliance officers and legal teams are going to be really busy making sure companies are doing things right.
Yeah, for sure. And on the other side of the Atlantic, California is working on a bill to protect kids who are using AI chatbots. It's mainly focused on preventing them from becoming addicted to the chatbots and making sure they understand they're talking to a machine.
That's so important. It's really critical to think about how these technologies could affect kids.
Absolutely. But figuring out the ethics of AI isn't always easy. Like Google, they just lifted their ban on using AI for weapons and surveillance.
That's a tough one. There's this whole debate about how to balance national security and the risks of autonomous weapons.
Right.
It's a complex issue with no easy answers. It really shows how we need to keep talking about these things and come up with some ethical guidelines for AI.
Absolutely. And as AI keeps getting more advanced, these ethical dilemmas are just going to get tougher. It's something businesses really need to be thinking about.
I agree. Responsible AI means considering the potential impact on society.
For sure.
Okay.
But let's move on to another really interesting development in AI,
Okay.
partnerships and investments. We're seeing some big players teaming up to make AI even better and bring new solutions to the market.
Yeah, like SoftBank, they're investing a ton of money in OpenAI to integrate their technology into their enterprise products.
That's a big deal.
It is. It's a win-win for both companies. SoftBank gets access to amazing AI capabilities, and OpenAI gets a really powerful way to get their technology out there.
It shows how important collaboration is in the AI world.
Absolutely.
But some companies aren't partner up. They're going their own way.
Oh, yeah. Like who?
Figure AI. They decided to stop using OpenAI and develop their own AI systems.
Wow.
And they're already using them in BMW manufacturing facilities.
That's pretty impressive.
It really shows how much competition there is in AI right now.
Yeah.
And all this competition is driving innovation and pushing the limits of what's possible.
Totally. It's an incredibly dynamic landscape. Things are changing so fast.
Yeah. One thing's for sure, AI isn't some far-off futuristic idea. It's here now, and it's changing everything.
Absolutely. It's already changing the way we work and live in really profound ways. And the speed of these partnerships is crazy too. Like OpenAI is actually expanding into Asia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're partnering with Kakao, a big South Korean tech company.
That's a smart move if they want to get into that Asian market, which is just growing so fast.
Yeah.
And it's not just about, expanding geographically. AI is being used for so many different things.
Yeah, you're right. Like, look at the UK's National Health Service.
Okay.
They're starting this huge AI trial to see if they can detect breast cancer.
Wow.
They're going to be analyzing like hundreds of thousands of mammograms.
That's amazing.
It could really improve early detection rates and save so many lives.
Yeah, that's a really powerful example of how AI can be used for good. Actually make a difference in people's lives. And speaking of making things better, NVIDIA just came out with some pretty amazing AI-powered features for their broadcasting suite.
Oh, yeah. What kind of stuff?
Well, it can do things like improve the quality of online presentations, video conferences, live streams, that kind of thing.
Nice.
Like advanced noise removal, virtual lighting effects.
That's cool.
I mean, in today's world, where everyone's communicating virtually, these advancements are a game changer.
For sure. So we've got AI in healthcare broadcasting, transportation, entertainment. It really is everywhere.
It is. And as this technology gets even better, we're going to see it used to solve some of the world's biggest problems.
Absolutely. Like medical research.
Yeah.
Scientists are using AI to develop new drugs, detect diseases, earlier personalized treatment plans. It's leading to some really amazing breakthroughs.
And it's not just about curing diseases. AI is being used to tackle global issues like food security. Remember Google spun out that AI startup called Heritable Agriculture?
Oh, yeah. They're focused on improving crop yields and making food production better.
Exactly. This is huge, especially with the world population growing so fast. AI could totally change agriculture.
I agree.
Make it more efficient, sustainable, resilient. We can produce more food with less waste and even deal with climate change better.
That's the goal.
But it's important to remember that with any powerful technology, there are going to be downsides and risks.
Of course. We've already talked about deep fakes and autonomous weapons.
Right? As AI becomes a bigger part of our lives, we have to be really careful about potential bias, unintended consequences, even misuse.
Definitely. We need to keep talking about these issues and create some ethical frameworks for AI development.
And those conversations need to happen everywhere, from governments and businesses to the people actually building and using AI.
I agree. We all have a responsibility to make sure AI is used for good.
So let's look at some companies that are already using AI in cool ways.
Okay, I like that.
Apple just released an app called Invites.
Invites.
Yeah, it uses AI to make event planning easier.
How does it do that?
Well, you can create custom invitations, pull in data from your calendar, even check the weather forecast.
That's pretty handy.
Yeah, it's a good example of how AI can simplify everyday stuff.
Definitely. And for businesses that do a lot of event planning, this could be a huge time saver.
And speaking of saving time, LinkedIn's trying out an AI-powered job matching system.
Oh, wow. So your dream job could just find you?
That's the idea, which
And
would completely change recruiting.
for sure, make things so much more efficient for everyone.
And it could help reduce bias in hiring.
That's huge. Making the workplace more diverse and inclusive.
Absolutely. And here's one for the developers out there.
Okay, hit me.
GitHub Copilot. It's an AI coding assistant.
I've heard of that.
They just added a feature that turns visual designs into code.
No way. So designers can actually bring their mockups to life with AI.
Yep. It's an amazing example of how AI is connecting different fields and making it easier for people with different skills to work together.
That's fantastic. It could really speed up the whole software development process.
And lead to better products.
Oh,
And speaking of better products, Amazon's about to release a new Alexa.
cool.
It's powered by their newest AI model.
What can it do?
Well, they say it's going to have much better conversational abilities and can handle multiple commands at once.
So Alexa's getting a brain upgrade.
Basically, voice assistants are becoming more and more common, and these advancements are just going to speed that up.
Yeah, from controlling our homes to managing our schedules, they're going to change the way we interact with technology.
For sure. And the entertainment world's changing, too. Meta just came out with this crazy video generation framework called Video Jam.
Video jam.
Yeah, it takes AI video generation to a whole new level. Like, the quality and realism are insane.
Wow. So anyone could basically make Hollywood-level videos.
That's the idea. It can be huge for content creators.
Totally. And it could even lead to more people making their own videos.
Exactly. It's incredible how AI is pushing the limits in so many fields.
It really is. And as these technologies keep evolving, we're going to see even more amazing applications.
Transforming industries, solving problems, changing the world.
It's really exciting. But we got to remember, AI is a tool.
Right.
And like any tool, it can be used for good or bad.
It's up to us to make sure AI is developed and used responsibly and ethically for the benefit of everyone. Yeah, it's a good reminder that we need to think carefully about this stuff. But AI is definitely here to stay. It's already changing so much about how we live and work.
It is. And for businesses, it's not a chase anymore. You got to understand AI and use it if you want to stay competitive.
So what can businesses actually do to get ready for this AI future?
Well, I think one important thing is to start experimenting with different AI tools and technologies.
Okay.
I mean, there's just so much out there now. Chatbots, virtual assistants, data analytics platforms, machine learning algorithms, you name it. Businesses need to see how these tools can help them.
Like what? Give me some examples.
Well, they can help you be more efficient, automate tasks, understand your data, create new products and services.
Right. It's not just about getting the newest tech, though.
Right.
No.
No, you have to create a culture of innovation within your company.
Okay, what does that look like?
It means encouraging people to learn about AI, try out new tools, and figure out how to use it to solve problems.
Make it part of the company culture.
Exactly. Create an environment where people feel like they can take risks and try new things.
I like that. And as businesses start exploring AI, they don't have to do it alone.
Right. Definitely not. There are tons of resources out there to help them.
Like what?
Online courses, industry events, consulting firms that specialize in AI. Don't be afraid to ask for help.
It can be overwhelming, for sure.
Ah.
Well, we've covered a lot today. The rise of AI, how it's affecting different industries, the ethical stuff, the importance of responsible development. But I think the main thing to remember is that AI isn't just some tech thing. It's changing the entire business world.
It really is. And businesses that get it and use it, well, they're going to be the ones that succeed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you want to learn more about AI and how to use it in your business, check out the RAIZOR Report newsletter.
Yeah, it's a great resource.
It's at razor.co. You'll get links to all the articles we talked about, plus a weekly update on all the biggest AI news.
It's a great way to stay ahead of the curve.
That's all for this week's Deep Dive. Thanks for joining us.